Jai Gurudev, welcome to Connect with the Divine with Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda. Paramahamsa Vishwananda is an enlightened, God-realized spiritual master. His mission on earth is to open the hearts of mankind, and through his Bhakti Marga organization, he helps spiritual seekers experience and cultivate a very uniquely personal relationship with God. The Sanskrit word bhakti means love and devotion, and Bhakti Marga is the path of living and loving the divine in daily life. One way to do this is through chanting the name of God. This practice is also known as japam. Chanting is a very simple yet powerful practice that has been used for thousands of years. Ancient saints and yogis have called upon the power of chanting to help calm the mind and to attain higher states of consciousness. Many different spiritual traditions use chanting as a way to connect more intimately with the source of life itself. Chanting the Lord's name invokes His divine presence, and chanting with love helps you to realize Him within your own heart. You will notice that Paramahamsa Vishwananda is using a string of 108 prayer beads called a mala. A mala carries the vibrational energy of the divine name and helps to keep track of the repetitions. Paramahamsa Vishwananda will come online in just a few moments, and when he does, he will invite you to chant along with him for approximately 15 minutes. After the chanting is finished, he will lead everyone in a very short guided meditation to support Mother Earth. Once the meditation is finished, please sit quietly for a few moments to enjoy the effects of your japam. When Paramahamsa Vishwananda comes back online, he will give satsang by answering your spiritual questions and revealing timeless truths to help you rise above the challenges and fears of today's world. It is very rare to have such access to a living master, and it is even more special to have the opportunity to learn directly from him. We hope you enjoy your connection with the divine.
But have you ever looked into the eyes of a spiritual master? Come and experience it for yourself. Look into the eyes of real, unconditional love and let it open your heart. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda is a God-realized master who lives in constant union with the divine. He lives at a place in the heart of Europe. It is called the home of the Divine Mother. From here, he is now giving what is called darshan online so that everyone can benefit. Darshan means divine sight, but simple words cannot do justice to the incredible experience of seeing and being seen by him. Look into the eyes of unconditional love and let it open your heart. You can now have your own experience of this divine master from wherever you are. Feel it for yourself and let love return.
Jai Gurudev, everybody. So let's chant the divine name. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Shankara Namah. We'll do a little meditation. Close your eyes. Visualize a light on your third eye, here. As you have been chanting the mantra, feel the vibration of the mantra resonating on your third eye. And let this light expand itself. Inwardly, inside of your heart, in silence, keep chanting Om Namo Narayanaya. At the same time, with your ears, listen to your breathing as you are inhaling and exhaling. Now bring the light to your eyes, the right one first and the left. Let this light purify your sight. Bring the light to your nostril, to your nose. Let it purify your breathing. Bring the light to your mouth. Let it purify the sense of taste. Bring the light to your ears, the right one, then the left one. Let it purify your hearing. Bring the light to your arm and hand. Let it purify the sense of touch. Bring the light to your legs and feet. Let it purify your path. Bring the light to your heart. Let it resonate. Feel the love inside of you. Let this love be spread to everywhere in this world, to the people which need help, the people which is sick. Let this love from your heart be sent to all. Now your whole body is filled with love and light. Let all the ignorance be removed from the mind. Let us pray. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Jai Gurudev, everybody. I hope you're all fine. And yeah, here everything is back to normal. We had a wonderful weekend with the Sri Yantra course, which were online and also here in the ashram. It's so lovely to have the devotee back in the ashram here. And yeah, of course, you see in the world what is happening. You see where now that all the countries have opened up the border, you can see some countries are closing again their borders, like many cities. Yesterday, Barcelona itself closed its border again and again locked down. So we have not to forget that this virus is still around, and that we have to take our measurement, like wearing the mask and so on. But at the same time, we should not develop fear about that. We should really stay positive. That Bhagwan is with us, and doesn't matter what happened, he will hold each one hand. So I will ask Jai Gopal now to ask your question.
Dear Guruji, you often say people must do their Dharma, but it seems that in today's world our choice of occupation is more related to personal desire and ambition. How can we find an occupation which is not selfishly motivated?
It's true, in this world nowadays, everybody is preoccupied, by selfish motive. So everybody want to gain more, everybody want to achieve the best, and everybody is so much focused on the outside gain than the inside satisfaction. You see, I have seen so many people in this world. I have seen very filthy rich people. I have seen, of course, people which is modest also. And I can tell you one thing. When you look at the faces of the people, you can see whether the person is satisfied or not. Here I'm not using the word happiness, because happiness varies itself, but to be satisfied within oneself, to have achieved, that inner perfection itself. Very few and very rare you can see that. And when you look around, you see that more people are drained by fear. They are driven by fear of not having enough. So when you go into the world, no matter what you do, but if you're doing it with fear, you will never achieve perfection. You see, we must find the divine in whatever we do. When Lord Krishna said to Arjun to fight, he didn't tell Arjun, okay, now that you're sitting and crying, at the beginning, chapter 1, he didn't tell him, okay, I pacified with you, let's go, let's pack our luggage and go. No, he inspired him to move forward in his life, to do his Dharma. Likewise, you see, nature have made, in a way, everything so that we can do our Dharma. We are pulled on our spiritual path, we are pulled to do certain duty into the world, depend on what kind of life you have, you're engaging yourself. So like Lord Krishna himself said, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 25, it said, when I manifest myself, not everybody can recognize me because I'm veiled by my Yogamaya. But those who have true knowledge, they will recognize me. But those who are devout of knowledge, they do not know me being without birth, or I am changeless. So when we look at this verse itself, what Bhagwan have said, he emphasized to have also that divine knowledge. Get to know truly who you are. What is your true Dharma being here? So it's not about just amassing everything, then tomorrow death is knocking at your door, tock, 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 Mr. Death is there, said, like in, I say, Monty Python, it said that, hello, Mr. Death, who are you? And the Death will say, yes, I am Death. Then you will be shocked, So when would you do that? When time is finished, then you will say, oh, what I have done here into this world. I have got so much wealth, I have amassed so much things, but yet, am I happy? So whatever you do into this world, you have to do your Dharma. You must work, but you must not become slave to it. You must give your best, knowing that Bhagwan is with you. So when we see the verse itself, which the Lord Himself has said, I'm veiled by my Yoga Maya. Here we have to understand, there's free Shakti, free Maya in itself, So the Lord has these free energies which He function into this world. The first which He veiled Himself is Yoga Maya. And Maya is the outside reality which delude everyone. Then you have the Atma itself. All these are potency of Bhagwan Himself. So they are not separate. But why some really find their own Dharma in life and why not? It's all depend on how much you turn towards the divine, how much you turn inward and give also, as you give importance to the outside, but you also give importance to the inside. Very often people say, but I don't see, there is so many enlightened being into this world. Well, there is so many enlightened being, but yet they are conditioned, their mind get conditioned by the outside. So they don't have the chance to manifest their true Dharma while they incarnate. So here also you see the association play a big role. So if you associate yourself with like-minded people, let's say you're on the spiritual path, you associate yourself with spiritual people that help you to elevate. But if you are on the spiritual path, you associate yourself with people which is into the world, which the mind rotate into the world, what kind of talk will you talk? The talk itself will be different. You will have little bit of material talk with them, but yet the interests change. The interest is not there. So you want to give more, but yet you don't know what to talk. That's why you see very often when you go on the spiritual path, your surrounding also change. The people around you change. So to understand that, you see, this is an inner journey which one must dive within. So here Bhagavan Krishna said, you see, without knowledge it is impossible. So those which is devout of knowledge will not recognize that eternity which they hold inside of them. They will not have the knowledge of, firstly, of the self. They will not have the knowledge of the Supreme, which is embedded within the self itself. So how then will one really do one Dharma? So what is one Dharma? Truly, first Dharma that we give to this world is to be a human being. Now you have to ask yourself a question. Am I really who I am? Now, am I really doing what I'm doing? How many people really ask this question? People are just satisfied. They work throughout and get their money at the end of the month and that's it. They move on with life like this. But where does that life lead them? So it is not wrong to do your Dharma, because you have to do your Dharma into the world. If you have a family, you have to care for the family. And to care for the family, you must work. But at the same time, as you're working, you must incorporate the divine in what you're doing. That is the role of a devotee. When we look at the devotee, a little bit of time that they have, they do think of their beloved, they do think of the divine, they chant the mantra. It is true, to do one sadhana continuously, it's quite difficult. But if we incorporate little by little, like time to time, we find a little moment, we close our eyes. We don't need to do big demonstration of our spiritual path. No, just close your eyes, even for 2 minutes, and dive within that divine consciousness which is inside of you. This is where Bhagavan revealed himself. So that's why he said, those who is devoid of knowledge, they do not know me. So those who derive of knowledge doesn't know, but that eternal, the Supreme Lord himself is seated within them. They don't know, but the Atma is birthless. They don't know, but the Atma doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end to it. Here everything that we talk about something which is beginning and end. You're born, you're dying, and how you live your life here, it's whether you're happy or miserable. So most of the time, how many times have you done that? Throughout the cycle of birth and death, in the chakra of lives, you have done so many times the same stupidity. So it is time to awake. It is time to realize yourself, and it is time to stay. It's not only this, but let's find the divine. This divine science itself is a deeper science. Life in itself is one of the most mysterious science, which even the external science have not yet been able to explain about it. Whereas in the spiritual field, they have experienced it. So those great sages, who have experienced that, they are not far away from that. They have experienced, they live here into this world. They have given this to the world itself. In Bhagavad, Canto 11, Chapter 11, verse 14, it is said, those great soul, like it said, those person function into the function, the life, breath, the senses, their mind, their intellect, which is free from desire, they are liberated. In spite of being into this world, which is governed by the mode of nature itself. You see, here Bhagavan have said it, but they are in this world, but they are free. That doesn't mean that they don't act into this world. They still act into the mode of nature. They still do their job. They still have their family. They still care. They still earn their money. But they are free. The mind is not attached to if they have less or more. So seeing that, they are completely into a divine awareness that the Lord will take care of them, will care for them, will carry them, will look after them. So into that, they say they do everything, and they live the life, and they give what they have to others also to shine. So this is one dharma of being a devotee of the Lord himself and being a human being. Firstly, being a human being, like I said, the first dharma of being a human being, you must cultivate the love inside of you. So not love only for things or love for people that you love, but that universal love, have the divine love everyone. Love to humanity. And if you understand that itself, that concept of love, you will see that that concept of love is everywhere. In whatever you do itself, you will put that love into it. So everything that you do will be infused with that love. And when it is infused with that love, it can be also spread. It's just like the corona itself right now. You see, whatever if you have corona, you touch something, somebody else get it, so it gets transported and infected other people. So if corona could do that, why you, being a devotee of God, which is devotee of love, which is full of love itself, you see, why you can't contaminate others with that love? Why you can't contaminate your job with that love? So start doing everything with a reminder of that love. So then you will really fulfill your true Dharma being here.
Guruji, if one commits some great offense, Hindu scriptures say that there is a corresponding hell for that. But since most cannot remember the time between lives, how does that help to change their actions in the next life?
Why you have to wait for next life? If you have done something in this life itself, realize your mistake and try to change it if you can. But you see, by realizing the mistake already, this is the first step of the transformation. You see, very often people go through life without realizing they have done something bad. They don't realize their mistake. They think, yes, some people have forgotten about it, and of course one will bear the consequence in next life. But if you have the chance, like I said, if by any chance you realize your mistake, and let's say you have hurt somebody, okay, and that person is not here around to ask for forgiveness, just that feeling itself that you regret sincerely, that already changed that karma. So it's not about whether, like you said in your question, that in the realm of time, how can you change?
Because one doesn't remember in between lives.
No,
so
you don't need. See, this is the perfection. You see, when we look at life itself, very often somebody asks me, Guruji, why we don't remember our mistake? Then we will be able to change. And I laugh about that, because if you will truly remember your mistake, do you think you will change? No. This is how this ingenuity of God consciousness is. It's amazing, because He have made He have made human being in such a way that they don't remember the past life. If they would remember the past life, it would be catastrophic. You know how much you will have to handle? Sometimes you can't even handle this life. And imagine you will have the remembrance of past life, what you have done as mistake. That can be terrible. Then the person said, okay, but that could help. If in this life you can't even help yourself, how do you think in past life things that you have done will be able to help you? It will never be able to. That's why God have made it in a way that you don't remember your past life. Because sometimes when I see devotees, you see their past life, also what they have gone through for their journey itself. Sometimes it's shocking. And imagine they will remember that. I don't think they will really embrace life in a very positive way, because they will be depressed most of the time. So knowing the past doesn't mean that it is perfect. Very often in this life itself, when you look at yourself, you sit down and think about the past. What happened? You are most in regret or sad for things that you have not get, or for things that you have not done, or things you have done which are not. So in the mind, if you sit in if you can't handle that, you will go completely cuckoo, depression, finish. So that's why the divine have made it in a way that they don't remember the past. So just let the past be. Embrace the present moment. And really find the divine now, because sitting and analyzing the past will not lead you anywhere, because this past is gone, it's finished. Do you think that past, whatever you have done before, or sins you have done before, in this present moment will help you? No, it will not help you. Of course, the karmic thing from that time is happening now, but embrace it, learn from it now, and move forward. You see, life is about moving forward, not backward. You know? So, past is back, leave it there. And now, like I said, treasure the moment, transform yourself, you know, and realize yourself, realize what the gift God have given you, that gift of life itself, you know, and move forward, you know, with life itself. So when you realize that, you know, that grace which you have received, you know, so it's not about remembering the past, it's about being here now in the present moment. The whole spirituality is just embrace what God have given you. Embrace life itself, that gift of life, that gift of joy and happiness, you know. So it's not by sitting and crying about the past. And it's not about rectifying the past, you know. You can't rectify the past. Past is finished. But you can rectify it now, the present itself, you know, how you see it and how you deal with it. Yeah? So, taking life in a positive way, and try your best to be positive, and loving, that which will carry you and will make you shine your true divine aspect and true gift which you have inside of you. So it is amazing when we look, you know, like I say to you, how the divine have planned everything. You know. But for you to know the divine plan, you have to be in tune with him. You know. So you see, it is the same. You know, the same thing happened to Arjun. You know, in chapter 11, verse 45 of Bhagavad Gita. You know, when he have seen the cosmic form of Lord Krishna, and first he have asked, you know, I want to see if I'm ready. But in that verse 45, he said, Lord, please, you know, now that I have seen your cosmic form, you know, I have seen you, but yet my mind is tremble. My mind is tremble with fear. Please reveal to me that aspect which I am used to, I'm close to, you know, that friendship. But I'm close to. Please reveal this divine aspect. It's the same thing. You see, everybody, you know, want to transcend the divine, but yet nobody want to transcend the mind. You know, but the first step to transcend to that divinity, that mind itself must transcend. So when the mind starts to shake, the mind starts to transcending, and the mind is faced with something that it doesn't comprehend, then you fall back and say, remembrance, oh, I used to be friend with him, I used to be dear to him, and I want that feeling back, I want that relationship back with him. So it's the same thing, you see. The past must be put in the past. The transformation have revealed a new dimension, a new reality to you. And every moment is a new moment. You are moving forward. So that new moment, you have to treasure it. So that's why when we look at that verse in the Gita, when Arjuna was crying in front of the Lord, we see that he remember, you know, through that the relationship that he have with Bhagwan itself, you know. Like we said, on the Bhakti path, we have different kind of relationship with the Lord, you know. We have Aishwarya Bhakti, which is we worship the Lord, but with reverence and with folded hand. You know, He is the Lord, I am here, I have to respect Him. You know, there is a big distance, a big gap. You know, similar to that is the devotee. You know, the people of Dwarka, they worship Lord Krishna like this. He's a king, he's an emperor. You know, it is far away. And same thing with Ayodhya. You know, they worship the Ram as the king. You know? And then you have Madhurya Bhakti, which is from the heart itself. This is where in Madhurya Bhakti, you know, where the Gopas, the gopis of Vrindavan and so on, you know, they have this relationship, the personal relationship with Bhagwan itself, you know. So in that you can see in Madhurya Bhakti, you know, it is where the bhav awake, you know. You have Madhurya, Sakhya bhav, Dasya bhav, Madhurya, Sakhya bhav, Vatsalya bhav, and Madhurya bhav itself, you know, but then you can see Sakhya bhav. So you see in Dasya bhav, you know, this is very well, but how, you know, one is the servant. We perceive the Lord as he's a master, but we are the servant, like Hanumanji to Sri Ram, you know. Like also into that, it, you know, you see that we have that we are a servant to the Supreme Lord. Then you have Sakhi Bhav, which is he's our dear friend, the Gopas of Vrindavan, you know, where they can take Krishna on their shoulder, you know, and they can go also on the shoulder of Krishna, but they are very deep friendship. And this is in the place where Arjun himself took Lord Krishna as his dear cousin, his dear friend, you know? So he remembered that. And you have Vatsalya Bhav, which is Nanda and Yashoda had Krishna as their beloved child, you know. And then you have Sakhi Bhav, you know, like you have the beloved Lord, the Lord himself as the lover itself. So you see that kind of relationship. You have different kind of bhav which awake inside of you. So due to where you are, you know, on that ladder of spirituality, you will experience that. And what is your relationship with the Lord, you will experience that. And this happened now in the moment itself, you know, and the Guru revealed to you these aspects in your relationship with the Divine. So what is the most important thing is not about remembering what sins you have done in your past life, you know. It's about what can I do to be more who I am, and what can I do to build my relationship with Guru and God in deepness. So that's what is the most important thing. Jai Gurudev.
Paramahamsa Vishwananda recommends we keep chanting the name of God every day. Just 15 minutes a day will help you to create an oasis of positivity and divinity in your life. We invite you to submit questions and learn more about Paramahamsa Vishwananda and his Bhakti Marga mission by visiting paramahamsavishwananda.com. Thank you for joining us today. Please join us again for another live Connect with the Divine session every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock Germany time.